Hey there, hi there, hello there, internet dwellers, and welcome to another episode of the GC Informer. I'm your host, Orange Lightning, and today's episode, as you've probably guessed, is going to be very heavily, if not entirely focused, on the Nintendo Direct that was shown on the 13th of September for me, and the 14th of September for you guys across the sea. So we're going to take a look at the highlights of what was shown and the spotlights, and maybe even mention the things that weren't shown. So let's jump straight into it. Everything started off pretty good with some highlights on Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. It was split into 4 parts, and it started off by looking at the story centered around the new legendary Pokemon Necrozma? The Pokemon that steals light, and in each of the games, instead of having the original legendaries that were in Sun and Moon, you will now have a version of Necrozma, either the Dusk main for Pokemon Ultra Sun, or the Dawn Wings version for Pokemon Ultra Moon. There's also going to be new maps, of course. Nintendo highlighted a beach for surfers and a Pikachu Valley, which actually looked adorably cute, as well as new outfits for your characters, and actually a different way that you will meet your partner Pokemon than in the original Sun and Moon. There wasn't mass loads about what that is, which is good, because you wouldn't want to spoil it. But that's something cool to look forward to. Also, if you purchase the game between the 17th of November 2017 and the 10th of January 2018, you will be liable for a special rock ruff that will evolve into the dusk form of Lycanroc, which will have a special ability of some kind, a special move. And during the same time bracket, if you get the digital download of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or presumably one of them, you will have access to 12 quick balls as well. Some little bits for pre-purchasing, you know, if you're really eager for the game anyway and you jump straight on it, then, you know, it's nice to have a Pokemon in the bag. The thing that caught my attention the most is these unknown Ultra Beasts, or UBs. What the heck are they? So you have UB Assembly for Ultra Moon, and UB Burst for Ultra Sun. They look really friggin' weird. Especially since one of them looks like a lollipop stick thing, and the other one just looks like a big block of wood or something, I don't know. It's very strange looking, and I'm not sure what they're gonna bring to it. They didn't give much information on that at all in the Direct. It was very vague, to the point where it was even said, this is the only information we have at the moment. And it's like, okay. Those things are weird. But hey ho. So another title that got given a spotlight at the Direct was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming to the Switch. We got given a new trailer that was much longer with real in-depth look at the game and what was coming. This had an overview of all the titans and the sort of communities of people that live on said titans, and how they all kind of fit together within the world, who's opposing who wants to achieve what. The peaceful people, the dark, insidious people that you're probably going to have to take down. And then we got given an even closer look at the game and the gameplay itself, with quite an endearing voiceover of one of the titans, which I found quite cute, but also in parts a little patronising. But I breezed past it because it sounded nice. And in this we got a lot of detail about the way battles work, with the drivers and the blades and how they work together to create combos and things. You will be Rex, who is the driver, and he uses Pyra as his blades. They're kind of the main 2 characters of this game, and through Pyra's abilities and strengths, it creates Rex's weapon. You can equip lots of different blades during battle as well, so you're not stuck with just one, so you can mix and match the sort of types that you want to use. It's very strategic, but the fights are real time, and it was interesting to see. Maybe a little bit too much time was spent on it, but If you're interested in that game, then this was a great video for you to watch. The third spotlighted title is something I'm really interested in, and whilst I don't yet have a Switch, this is something that would actually push me to get one, which was Project Octopath Traveler. In the style of a classic JRPG, it looks absolutely gorgeous, but they've taken graphics to a new level. It shouldn't be much of a surprise that this game looks very interesting, because it comes from the makers of Bravely Default, that has always been on my wish list of games to play just because it looks so good, in a new graphic style that they're referring to as HD 2D. Basically, just looking at it, the world still appears two-dimensional, but it's also in the third dimension where you can walk around it, almost kind of pop-up book-like, I guess. The buildings still look quite flat in the hand-drawn style, but you can walk around them and through them in a much more 3D space. It looks very good. It's difficult to explain it, but it looks fantastic. So this game focuses on being able to choose from 8 different protagonists who represent different sorts of traditional classes and not so traditional classes, but the selling point is that each of these main protagonists have different abilities that they use in the whole of the storytelling, not just in sort of fighting. They are referred to as the characters' actions, which you use to progress the story and to interact with the NPCs and to complete the missions that you need in order to move along. Examples that were given was you had the warrior class, who solves confrontations by challenging everyone to a fight. So be it need someone to agree with you, or you need to move someone out of your way because they're standing in the door. You would challenge them to a fight and just brawl your way through. But on the flip side of that, you have a dancer character who, instead of fighting, she has a allure ability. So she can allure. I keep saying it. Allure. The other characters by leading them places, so tracking down someone who's missing and leading them back somewhere. I presume it's like persuading people to do things, and something that's quite interesting, you can even bring people you've allured into the battle to fight with you. So each path promises a different experience. There's lots of replayability by the sound of it. How much it affects the actual story, don't know, but the experience itself will be different for whichever character you choose to follow. It sounds really interesting, and I'm excited to see where this one goes. So throughout the Direct, we also had a number of headlines. Nintendo casually reminding us that the 3DS is not dead yet, so don't think that it is. And of course, boosting up the Switch. The majority of these headlines, though, consisted of things that we were already aware about, sort of little mini updates on games that were coming, such as the Metroid game for the 3DS, another brief look at the new Professor Layton game, which focuses on Layton's daughter, and some more things for the Switch, some updates for games that are already out to play. So ARMS is a new update, Splatoon 2 has some new weapons and a really freaking cool defense umbrella thing. That looks badass. But probably some of the more notable headlines that may have come as a bit more of a ooh, was that the Switch is getting Doom and Wolfenstein 2. So the final spotlight and the thing that everybody was waiting for, because they did announce it before the Direct, Mario Odyssey had a bunch of new things to tote about. I'll reel through them in a second, but first I just wanted to say that of all the things they announced at Mario Odyssey, the one thing that has completely broken Twitter, Mario's nipples. Yeah, that's right. There was an image shown as part of the advert for in-game pictures that you can take and the cosmetic changes you can make to Mario's outfit, showing him in swimwear, where he did not have a shirt on, and there are nipples. There you go. But aside from that, yes, more worlds have been shown. There is a snow world. As I previously mentioned, there's the cosmetic changes as well. For the first time, you can change Mario's outfit just by choice, not just because you got a power-up. They are outfits from original games, such as Mario Paint. There are outfits that suit the levels that you're in, so the beach wear for being on the beach and so forth. And you can also get like little stickers and souvenir patches that you can put on your Odyssey, the hat-shaped ship that you fly around in, which is really cool because you've got these little decals that show where you've been. I like that. I think that's a very nice touch. And they spent a lot of time talking about picture sharing and sharing your memories of the game. It's very cool for people who do want to see that sort of side of things, that want to share it, create the memories that they're trying to boast. That was nice to see. So before we wrap up, I guess I just want to quickly talk about the things that we didn't see. We didn't see anything new. It was a bit of a surprise. I was expecting maybe at least one little sneak reveal like we had at E3. No updates on Metroid either, by the way. Nothing on Prime 4. No further news about this Pokemon game for the Switch. It was a bit of a disappointment for me. I won't sugarcoat it. Even if it's just a sneak peek, a snippet, a word, something that shows that it's not running out of steam already and that there is more to come. That's really what I was after, and now the Direct didn't deliver. But Tokyo Game Show is about to hit, so fingers crossed this is Nintendo's moment to showcase some cool stuff that's coming up, some updates for stuff. So yes, go for it guys, you got this. And that is all from today. It was very Nintendo focused. There was quite a bit shown, even if it wasn't amazing news stuff, but hey ho, we get what we get, and we chat about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave your comments below. What did you think of the Direct? What got you excited? What would you like to see more of? Have you got a Switch? Are you gonna get one now? Go for it, we'd love to see what you think. If you'd like to see more from us here at GameCast, please subscribe to our channel. We have loads of stuff going on, so stick with us for more awesome gaming content. And if you'd like to see more from me, you can catch me on my YouTube and Twitch channels, Orange Lightning Playzone. So, take care for now,